In all of human history of debate, few topics remain as infamous and as unsolvable as one particular. Whether it is a testament to great game design with both player expression and situational tools, or a very lucrative scheme to sell more skins. For 4 years, anyone who has logged into Valorant has been asking the same question. Phantom or Vandal?
The Phantom and Vandal are the two most important weapons in Valorant, and it is highly unlikely that anyone has ever reached the top ranks in the game without using some combination of the two.
Both weapons cost the same price point in the in-game economy, but the Phantom has 5 more bullets in the magazine, shoots faster, and has bullets the opponents cannot see or trace. But in a game where matches can be decided in the matter of milliseconds, damage matters, and that's where the Vandal comes in, as it has no damage fall off at 15 or 30 meters like the Phantom does. Both schools of thought go blow for
allows
blow.
the peek from Tex. The Dink unfortunately does not get the kill onto Cryocells, so now they both have to.
Wait, did I miss? That first shot accuracy diff right there? Really?
Some people abstain from either school of thought.
Why do you guys fucking give a shit what fucking gun I use? It's a rifle in Valorant. Pick one of the two. It's not this fucking deep. Shut the fuck up. There's no neither is better. They're the same fucking gun. Just use one that you're feeling. Holy fuck, it's not this deep, chat.
To many players, this is how a compromise was made.
As a rule of thumb, I think pretty much everyone can copy. Buy this gun on attack, buy this gun on defense.
So why are these 5 gifted Valorant players recognized for not using only one of the two, but using only the Phantom of the two? And what does that say about us as players? So if you were working at a cash register for some amount of time and you started to notice that people are using debit cards way more than credit cards, or vice versa, to the point where it looks like this graph, they're similar enough to the point where you would ask, why is that?
You know why most people prefer the Vandal? Because when the Phantom fails you, it's like palpable. You feel that 140. It's very obvious. The 140, when it screws you over, it's like objective. When the Vandal screws you over, it's because like the first shot accuracy is bad and the bullet misses. But it feels subjective because you don't know if it was the Vandal that screwed you over or if you're just bad. You feel me? And so the Vandal, it lets you cope.
Although this talking banana did most of the work for me, I too have 2 theories, one not even related to the gameplay, as to why the Vandal will get picked more. The news is widely known to report on bad news because they know it'll get more viewer retention. This appeals to what is called the negativity bias and our tendency to overinflate the bad sides of things. With more data from Riot Games themselves, we can see that 11.63% of the time, a Vandal will win after the Phantom doesn't convert the kill from a headshot. Keep in mind though that this graph does not separate skill level like some of the other ones on this page. We notice that the margins between both weapons decrease the higher up we went, meaning that your skill should more likely be rewarded, and this 11 point whatever percent would be lower the better you get with the Phantom. So even if we were proficient enough with the Phantom to have that number, would it still scare people away to have 5-6%? The answer is likely still yes, because on those 5% occasions, the game is telling you 140, and if the Vandal screws you, it's not telling you the Vandal missed. And it's also not telling you that you were the easier to spot either by noise or bullet tracers, thus reinforcing the bias I was talking about earlier. Not to mention the most popular aim training routines look something like this, or this. Both of these routines have nothing to do with maybe needing to take another shot and the recoil that comes with that. So as for my second theory, it has to do with sound. Before we even pull up anything, I think most people would agree that if you're playing a fighting game and you're confronted with 2 sound effects for punching someone in the face, people would more likely want the meteor punch in the face.
Glock. It just feels so Nerf gunny. The sound of this gun makes it feel like it does even less damage than before.
The very ironically named CALM model, C-A-A-L-M, refers to conditioning, adaptation, and acculturation to loud music. While obviously catered towards music, there are some aspects of the model which could apply to loud sounds and people's favorability towards them in general. One could be perceived toughness or coolness in the face of loud sounds and being undeterred by them. And simply put, the louder things are, the more exciting they are. These feelings apply even more so to younger audiences, which, conveniently, Valorant tends to have. And from an acculturation perspective, Hollywood's gunplay from old generation's classics and the new generation's blockbusters are more popularly going to showcase a more guns blazing approach to combat. While scenes with suppressed or silenced weapons tend to be more of an exception to the rule. So, at the end of the day, preferences are preferences, and we should respect those. But, if the data across a large spread favors one option more than the other, be it in favorite colors, then it's worth questioning why that is. Thank you so much for listening to my speculations as to why people prefer one of two murder tools. If any of Riot Games' own data or the research on loud noises interests you as much as it did for me, feel free to check those out in the description. But that's all I got. Good luck in whatever grind you find yourself in, and I'll see you guys in a month.